Just for a minute. Okay, guys. Hi. Today we're going to talk about duck, 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 goose. Somebody say duck, duck, goose. Somebody say duck, duck, goose. Yes. So, I was encouraged by this topic. Literally, I think it was Monday of last week. I took a training and someone used the duck, duck, goose terminology. That's saying to like equate it to my business marketing and promoting my business. And when I heard that training, when I took that training, it just totally transformed my mind when it comes to passing out my samples, when it came to my booking blitz that I do, and when it came to my recruiting strategy. It totally changed my mindset because it took my feeling out of it and it made it like a fun game. And so that's what I use now, and I started using that. And so I'm just going to share with you guys. So this is an awesome idea, and I hope you guys really enjoy this training because this is one of the trainings that I've done that I'm like super duper pumped up about it because I know it's going to help your business. I know it's going to explode it, and I know that you're going to have a different mindset now because remember the last training I just did about transforming your mind. You're going to have a different mindset when you're passing out your samples, when you're doing a booking blitz, and when you're recruiting. So duck, 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 goose. Okay. Always just please remember that. So tips. It takes many no's to get to your yeses. All right. Every successful person have gotten through no's before they get a yes. All right. You just have to get through it. Hearing no is not a bad thing. Hearing no to me means not right now. Okay, hearing no to me means duck. That's all it means to me. So when you're trying to introduce your business to a potential customer, or you're following up with a current customer and you're trying to get them to buy from you, so let's say that person says no. Okay, the second step you should take is you should ask them, or you can say, okay, no problem. I'll follow up with you in a week. Or you can ask them, can I follow up with you in a week? It should never be like, okay, they say no or they say not right now and you just totally forget about them and cross them off your list. No, you should have a follow-up plan every time somebody says no or not right now. You should have a follow-up plan. Put it in your calendar. Let's say Susie says, today she says no, April, not right now. No or not right now. You should be putting it on your calendar. Okay, next Sunday, I'm going to follow up with Susie. Okay, that should be your follow-up plan. Never just take somebody saying no or not right now and just saying, okay, that's it. Let me work on the next person. No, your options should come up with a follow-up plan to follow up with that person and then go to the next follow up with the next person. Okay, so we leave a lot of money on the table when we just hear no and run. Never say, when somebody says no, never hear no and then run. No, you should hear no because you're going to hear no's. You should hear no and then come up with a follow-up plan to get back into that person's face or get back into that person intersection or whatever. Okay? So don't take no and run for the border. Okay? All right. So again, that's if you're looking for someone to purchase from you. Now, let's say if you're looking for someone to host a party or a home party, basket party, Facebook party, you ask them today, they say no, not right now. And you said, okay, I'm going to follow up with you in a week, or can I follow up with you in a week? Or you can say, can I follow up with you in a month? Whatever that it is, again, you don't want to hear no and then run. You want to hear no, but then you want to come up with a follow-up plan. Okay? Same thing goes into recruiting. When you ask someone, say, hey, have you ever thought about joining Gooosseee? And they say no or not right now, come up with a follow-up plan. The fact that they responded to you, that's major. That's major. The fact that they could have just got your message and then just disregarded and didn't say anything, because people get offers every day for stuff. I mean, if you go on, Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, whatever, people are always throwing ads at them, throwing questions at them. And in many cases, we choose whether we want to respond to it or not. But the fact that if you send someone a personal message asking them, have they ever thought about joining Gooosseee? And they say no or not right now, that's your door. They cracked the door a little bit. You know what I mean? They didn't just leave the door closed. You're at their door. Imagine you're being at their door. You ask them that question. You know what I mean? You're knocking on the door, knocking on the door, knocking on the door. You know, and you're asking them, have you ever thought about joining Cincy? Have you ever thought about joining Cincy? And they did not open the door. Then, okay, you could walk away and that's fine. That was your no or whatever. But let's say if they responded to you, okay, then you're like, okay, they cracked open that door a little bit. And that is your opportunity to, if they say no or not right now, that's your opportunity to come up with a follow-up plan with them. So again, they say no or not right now, come up with a follow-up plan. Do not just run for Dodge and say, okay, that's it, let me move on. No, you want to come up with a follow-up plan and then move on to the next person. Okay, so you got to get through these no's. You cannot be scared of no's. Every successful person out there, every millionaire or billionaire out there has heard a million and billion no's before they got to the yeses. You're going to be successful you're going to get successful off of no's. I promise you that. You're going to get successful off of no's if you change your mentality and don't look at no as a missed opportunity. Look at no as not right now and figure out a follow-up plan with that person. Okay? Very important. All right? Don't miss out on the opportunity. You miss out on the opportunity when you don't ask. You just basically missed out. You just made a concrete decision for that person that they're not going to be interested in your business and not going to be interested from buying, hosting, or joining under you. You just automatically answered that question before you even asked them. You have to ask. It's very important that you ask. You miss out on the income, the growth, the potential when you don't ask. You're just sitting in a corner and you're just watching everyone else get successful. You're watching everyone else have financial freedom. You're watching everyone else grow in this business, and you're just sitting there because you already determined that person is not interested in your business or you. Okay? If you don't ask, someone else will. I promise you guys that. It happened to me. It happened to me. I didn't join under somebody because they never asked me. And let me tell you something. Someone else ended up asking me, and I joined under them. And there you go. That person missed out on an opportunity because she didn't ask me. Okay? So, duck, 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 goose. Okay? Let's really get into depth with that. So, let's do a little example. Let me make a quick example. Let's say in May, you asked someone if they wanted to buy from you, host from you, or join under you. And they said, no, not right now. Let's say in June, you asked the same thing. You asked the person if they want to buy from you, join from you, or host from you. They say, no, not right now. Now, let's say in July, you asked that same question again. And they said, no, not right now. So let's say in August, since he's running this promotion, whether it be a promotion for, let's say if they're running a sale or a giveaway, or if they're running a double hostess rewards, or they're doing a joint promotion. And let's say a lot of times us as consultants, when we see that, let's say like we just had this $49 join promotion. And let's say, most of the times us consultants focus on the new people, getting new people to introduce this promotion to. Getting out there and sending them images and join information and stuff like that to new people. Because all those people, that girl that I asked in May, June, July said no to me 3 times. She ducked me 3 times, ducked me 3 times. And so I was just like, okay, let me focus on getting new people to getting this in front of new people because maybe they'll be interested. So we forget about all the people that we've been working on for the past 3 months, whether it's buying from you, hosting with you, or joining under you. Then next thing you know, another consultant comes along and she asks that same person that you've been investing time in asking for that past 3 months, and they ended up joining. You just missed your goose. You gave your goose away. That's what you do. Stop giving your goose away. Okay, you have to earn that goose. So we don't. 1 second. Go back into your nose. Ask the girl you've been following. You won't know if you don't ask, and please do not lose your goose. Someone can and will take your goose. So if you're asking someone and after those 3 times you asked them and they just kept saying no, they just kept saying not right now, whether it be for they don't have the money right now or for whatever reason, the money, the time, whatever, and you just totally just, okay, I'm going to take them off my follow-up list. I'm not going to follow up with them anymore. I'm bothering them. I'm ignoring them. Let me stay away from them. And then next thing you know, there's a promotion coming along, or even if there's not a promotion, let's just say August is just for them the right time to join. It's transition month. You know, they're going to get double the kit or whatever. And someone else asks them, guess what? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes. And you just, all that work you put in, all that time you put into mailing them a possibility packet or sending them a sample or whatever, you basically lost your goose. And you basically worked all that time for someone else to gain a person or gain a sale or gain a party for their business. You get what I'm saying? So guys, don't give away your goose. You earned your goose. If you earned your goose, keep asking, keep getting through those no's and to get to them. Okay. So again, May you asked, that's a duck. All right. If they say no, okay, that's a duck. June you asked, they say no, that's a duck. July you asked, they say no or not right now, that's a duck. August, that's your time to earn your goose. So always look at it this way when you're passing out samples, whether you're doing a booking blitz, whether you're trying to ask people to join under you. Look at it as an opportunity for you to exercise your duck, goose activity. So that's what I'm saying. It's like a game to me. You know, I don't look at it as, okay, if they say no, all right, that's my duck. Let's go on to the next person. The next one, keep getting your ducks because you're going to get your goose. Okay. Somebody messaged me. Okay. So, but if you get, no, I have to read. I'm sorry, but if you get discouraged, so if you get no's after 3 ducks and stop, you're not going to get your goose. There's no way you're going to get, unless that person blocks you completely, blocks your number, blocks you off of their Facebook thing or whatever. You should not stop saying no. I mean, you should not stop asking. You should not stop asking them to either buy from you, host with you, or join under you. You should never stop. Someone else will take your goose, and I'm going to keep saying that. Someone else, I promise you, will take your goose. I promise you. So don't give up. Don't give away your goose. Again, how do you get your goose? I'm going to tell you 4 different ways how you're always consistently going to get your goose. All right. You have to, number 1, you have to wait for your goose. You must be patient. This is not a get quick rich type of business. This business takes patience, like with any other business, and it takes you being patient and waiting for your goose. Give your goose some time to say yes. All right. Be patient. The third thing is actually 3 steps. The second step is to follow up with them. Follow up with them. When they say no or not right now, you need to have a follow-up plan to get yourself to implant yourself back in front of that person. Okay? Following up. Never hear no or not right now and say, okay, I may X them off my list. Let me go into the next person. No. What you need to do is come up with a follow-up plan for that person by using the advice I gave you earlier in this video, and then going to the next person. Don't just run for dodge. Okay. And the third thing is stay consistent. Stay consistent. It's very important. Those 3 steps, if you take those 3 steps and you take it absolutely seriously and you have it be part of your game plan every single day, you're going to get your goose. But if you give up and you say, you know what? She said no to me 3 times. She said no to me 4 times. She said no to me 5 times. And you're thinking you're going to expect a goose. You're not. Because all you're going to do is just going to hear no or not right now. You're going to just go to the next person, next person, next person, next person. Not realizing that that girl around, let's say, October time can hear a really good, listen to a really good video from another consultant and say, a consultant can say, you never know what can encourage somebody to join. A consultant can say, do you want to earn money for the holiday? And they'd be like, oh yeah, I do kind of want to earn some extra income for the holiday. All right, maybe I will join. Let me join under her. They forget about you. They forget about for the past 3 months that you asked them. It'll be that fourth month where someone else, which they could have been emailing another consultant, just asking them a standard question, and that girl would say, okay, by the way, would you like to join? They'd be like, you know what, I was thinking about joining for the past 3 months, send me some more information. And then that girl starts following up with them, they gain a rapport, and next thing you know, you already put your investment and worked hard to get that person interested. And then next thing you know, because you got discouraged and because you got afraid and because you thought that you was ignoring that person, another consultant ended up getting your goose. And that's just how it is. When I joined, let me go back to my experience. Again, I joined like my 4th month of being in the Scentsy world. After I purchased Scentsy products, after I hosted some pouch parties with another consultant. And then that 4th month, I joined under someone else because the girl that I was buying from never asked me. But what's so funny, also, even after I joined, right? And the girl that was my consultant at the time, she already found that I became a consultant. I mean, it was obvious. And, she then moved along and things like that. All of a sudden, it was around the following month, I was already a month into my Scentsy business. All those other consultants that I would send emails to trying to find out information about Scentsy, because I was sponsor shopping at the time. Before I joined, I was sponsor shopping. All those other consultants, I was emailing them, asking them about the Scentsy opportunity. All of a sudden, my month into me being a consultant, they will follow up with me and be like, hey, I just want to know if you're interested in joining. If you're still interested in joining. All of a sudden. And then I'd be like, I already joined. You get what I'm saying? Again, you never know when it's going to be that time for that person to join. But if you don't continue to put out your ducks out there, you're not going to get your goose. Hi, viewer. You're not going to get your goose. So please always practice duck, 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 goose. Don't let another consultant steal your goose. Don't let another consultant take your sale. Don't let another consultant take your host. Don't let another consultant take your recruit. If you're still out there working and throwing out your ducks out there, your goose is going to come home to you. All right? So that's the basis of that. So you will earn your goose. So my mentality, whenever I hear no or not right now, that's my duck. All right? And then I come with a follow-up plan, and then I get on to the next person. They say no or not right now. That's my duck. But I keep going through my ducks. I never ever just stop asking or stop putting myself out there. So let me do another example of when you're passing out samples. Now, this is when I use that duck, duck, goose exercise mainly in my business. So I'm passing out samples, and let's say normally I pass out my samples as I'm walking to my job. So I'm walking to my job, I have my samples in hand, and I ask the lady, hi, would you like a free sample? She says no. Okay, that's my duck. All right, cool. No sweat off my back. Then I'm still walking, and then I see another young lady. I'm like, hi, would you like my sample? And would you like a Scentsy sample? She says no. Okay, that's my duck. She said no. Then I'm still walking. And I see another young lady, and I say, hi, would you like a free Scentsy sample? And she takes it. That's my goose. That's how I think of it in my head. So when I use, other people use other examples when they use the gum example. Like, let's say if you have a whole pack of gum and you're offering people a gum and they say no, and you're like, okay, because again, we use that terminology. We're sharing, we're not selling. I sort of flipped it to what works for me, and I used the whole childhood game of duck, 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 goose. And so once I get once that person says, oh yes, and they take my sample, that's my goose. Now just imagine if I just stopped, like the first person that said no, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to pass out no more samples today. I'm just going to keep walking to my job. And basically all those women past me, I just missed out on all those opportunities to give them my samples. I missed out all those opportunities to market my business. I literally left money on the table. Again, never get discouraged. Never ever come up with a decision in your head that person does not want what you're offering. Don't do that. And if they say no, that's fine. I had a lady that literally, because sometimes when I walk into work, you see the same people every morning. And I had a young lady that I would literally offer her a sample every day. And I would say the first month, she just kept saying, no, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. And it wasn't until that maybe like, I would say 10th try of me offering my sample that she took it. But if I had just stopped, the minute I saw her, I wouldn't have had asked her. If I just got discouraged and thought that, okay, she's never going to take a sample from me, I would have just been like, okay, I would just pass by her and that's it. But, she took a sample from me and she continues to take samples from me. But again, I don't take no as a setback. I take no as not right now. Okay, that's how I do know it. So there's some mornings where I'm passing out my samples, or there's some days when I'm doing my booking blitz, or where I'm doing my recruiting out there trying to recruit people and things like that. And I'll get like a duck, then a goose. All right. Or I get a duck, duck, goose, or I get a goose, duck, duck. I mean, there's different rhythms of it. But again, I look at people now as like duck, 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 goose. That's how I look at it as. So, no matter what I get, no matter what, I always get my goose. No matter what, sometimes it takes you about 5 to 7 times to ask someone or to get your business in front of someone for them to say yes. But the minute you open that door, you better not ever close it. You better not ever close it. Again, unless they block your phone number or block you off their social media page, that means you need to keep asking. Point blank and simple. Unless they say, no, you're bothering me. Don't ask me anymore. Don't ask me for this. Don't ask me about that. Then you know when to back off. But if you're not getting that, don't assume that you're bothering that person. Don't assume to think that, okay, I'm annoying that person because every month I'm asking her if she wants to buy from me, host with me, or join with me. Don't think that, because again, you're assuming what that person's response is going to be. And that's a wrong business mindset to have, is to assume that person does not want to do business with you, whether it's buying from you, hosting with you, or joining with you. Do not assume. You are not going to get successful on assumptions. Again, you will never be successful on assumptions. Never. If you're not giving the opportunity of buying a Scentsy product from you, hosting booking a party with you, or recruiting with you, if you automatically assume that person is going to say no before you even ask them, you're not going to be successful. You're not. You'd be surprised at how many people are going to say yes to you when you put yourself out there. Okay. You have to get through the no's. Again, you have to get through the no's to get to the yeses. You have to. You can't get discouraged because someone says no or not right now. Again, if someone says no or not right now to you, whether it's if you wanted them to buy from you, host with you, or join with you, come up with a follow-up plan. Never ever, if let's say you want someone to host with you, you're asking them, hey, would you like to book a party for me in June? And they say no or not right now. Come up with a follow-up plan. Say, okay, can I follow up with you in July, or is it okay for me to follow up with you in a week? Ask them that. And then make sure you set in your calendar. Say, okay, today I'm going to follow up with Jamie on this day. Okay, never just leave that person to the side, because I'm telling you, if you're not asking, another consultant will. They will ask. I'm a perfect example of that. Okay? You got to be in it to get your goose. You have to be in it to get your goose. All right? And no one's going to get your gooses for you. You have to get out there and get your goose. Nobody's going to get your goose for you. You have to get out there and get your goose. So guys, I hope you implement this duck, goose plan in your day-to-day business activity. I hope this video helped you and encouraged you. It definitely has helped me and encouraged me when I first heard it. So if you guys have any questions, please comment below. And you guys know my number, so you can definitely reach out to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and continue to have an awesome day. Bye.